Welcome to the Doghouse Chat. We have survived Super Bowl weekend. We have survived Monday to this point. Let's see if we survive whatever Fortnite brings us tonight. We are working. Let's just double check here and make sure that properties are still set properly. Of course they aren't. Go figure. That, there, this, that. Every now and then, you just have to beat it. Just have to beat OBS. I know that there's a way to save that. It's G-Hub. Couldn't be bothered with setting that up just yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually, maybe Wednesday. First day at the new job. Went pretty good. More people than I have seen in a week at the old course. I saw it today at the new course in one day. And that has everything to do with location and how many folks are living right on this golf course. It has nothing to do with the other golf course that we're working at. It's just simply a slightly older community, and hopefully our previous course gets the opportunity to grow into what this course is. We'll see as the days, weeks, and months progress as to exactly how this all rolls. But if today was any indication, damn, gonna be some fun. They had a Super Bowl tournament yesterday. First one that had been done out there like this in a while. They turned people away. This is how popular this first tournament was. They turned people away. They had 144 people, 36 four-person teams. And then, of all things, about an hour before the Super Bowl started, Spectrum had what was reported as a nationwide outage. And as they started to get things back, they had sent a tech out, and the box right outside the golf course, I mean, it's a flip wedge, if that, had a short in it. 2 wires crossed. Could have happened at any time. Happened an hour before the Super Bowl. And they didn't get it going until the last. There was only staff left. Because the last of the folks that had been at the tournament that were hoping to get it, still watch the game there, they got up to leave and head home so that they could watch the game, which was about an hour after it started. So props to them for hanging out and trying to hold on as long as they could. That last group of people probably, if they lived 5 minutes away from the course, probably had just sat down with the TV turned on when our cable provider got it squared away, which is unfortunate, but it was the only thing that went wrong yesterday, and it was completely out of our head pros' hands. Nobody complained one bit about them. Everybody, it went swimmingly. It really did. 144 people all served brisket. That our head pros, I'll call him the head pro. He's the GM as well. He cooked that barbecue himself, and he does a great job of it. And people got a taste of his barbecue that we've had at the old course for 6 years now. It's he knocked their socks off. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it was a good day yesterday. Good day today. Tomorrow there's supposed to be some weather rolling in. It might actually get here earlier than anticipated. And that's showing with the MGA that we've got. Typically speaking, you're looking around 60 people. We've got about half of that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. It might be a pretty slow day. We're going to get off a little earlier tomorrow than we did today. We're still going to start at 6:30 all week long, just to be consistent. We announced that in our video on Twitter and Instagram yesterday. And if you're wondering, there's Twitter, there's YouTube, there's Instagram. For those of you watching now or watching the VOD, be sure to give us a follow on all of those. We are active on every single one of them. Turn your notifications on. By the way, don't forget, if you're not already following the channel, whether you're watching now or in the VOD later, go ahead, feel free to hit that follow button in the upper right-hand corner. Turn your notifications on. You'll know when we're going live in the doghouse. We stream in 5 days a week. We've got content going to Twitter and Instagram daily. We have content going to YouTube every day but Thursday. Now, that will likely change once we sort out a regular schedule at our new gig. And we'll, it's going to be a little fluid as we kind of get ourselves squared away. So keep it tuned into our socials, and of course here for all the updates. Just to kind of keep in touch with the old doghouse. Absolutely. That's a Super Bowl. If I'm Kyle Shanahan, I bet you I didn't sleep a second last night. I might not sleep a second tonight. I might not get any sleep tomorrow night. Because that poor man is now the infamous owner of the two highest win probabilities in the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl to lose them both. He was 99.7% win probability in the fourth quarter with the Falcons, against the Patriots. He was 96.1% win probability yesterday. And in the fourth quarter of two Super Bowls, he has been outscored 46-0. That will have you looking for the beer cart on the golf course immediately, if not sooner. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see a single play live yesterday. I did see the Chiefs break out a play from the Rose Bowl in 1949. And from what I understand, they practiced this play all year long and waited until the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl to pull this thing out. And it got them a touchdown. As a Cowboys fan who has watched Jason Garrett not be the reason to win games, rather to be the reason to lose games, that's the type of forward thinking that I hope Mike McCarthy can bring to the Cowboys next year. Now, we're going to talk about Dak Prescott here in a second, because that could be an issue. But quite literally, Andy Reid had a play that they'd practiced all year long, and take that with a grain of salt. They've got a limited number of plays in practice that they can use. They're not obviously going to practice this play multiple times every single week. But the story is, and I could be wrong on this, the story is that they have practiced this play enough to know that that's exactly the motions that they want. And you talk about four people in the backfield all doing a spin in unison. Like the timing that takes, that does not happen overnight. That wasn't practiced just this last week. I believe when they say that they practiced it all year long, that they did break it out and practice it when nobody was watching all year long. And then to wait until the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl to pull that out of your hat, I really don't care one way or the other. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs, Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco 49ers. I really thought the 49ers were going to win it because of the Simpsons, predicting that the Niners would win a Super Bowl in Miami. I guess that can still happen. Who knows if it will? But with 7 minutes to go, 3rd and 15, it certainly looked like that was going to be the case. And then Andy Reid went ahead and called the play that quite literally it broke the back, it broke the spirit of the 49ers. That moment, and that might not be the defining moment of the game, but if it's not, it certainly it's in the top two. That pass to Hill, yeah. Andy Reid became the first head coach in NFL history to win a Super Bowl, his first Super Bowl after more than 20 years in the NFL. Now, I believe he's got a Super Bowl elsewhere as an assistant coach, but that's his first as a head coach, 20-plus years. So there are all sorts of different things going on. Jimmy Garoppolo, it's some days it's just not your turn. Some days it's just not your turn. But there is a lot of discussion, and folks might get tired of me talking about the Cowboys, but in North Central Texas, that's what we hear the most of. A lot of folks, Dak Prescott is talking about not reporting for if he gets franchise tagged for any of the OTAs or anything like that, the mini camps and what have you. There are definitely some hurt feelings going on there. Franchise tag is $27 million. I've heard different numbers. I've heard Cowboys are in the $32 million range. I've heard Prescott's in the $36 million range. I've heard as high as 40. I don't think 40 is realistic. I think 40 was a hard slap in the face for the Jones family when they apparently offered 28, which is it insulting? If you're looking for 36, it sure is. But all sorts of talk now that Dak Prescott is similar to Jimmy Garoppolo, that Pro Football Focus has shown where there were instances where Prescott's good numbers were created off of moments in games that no longer mattered. Not all of them, but stats can be deceiving. And let's be honest, I spent 10 years, 12 years in sales in the newspaper business where numbers were, they were my world. And if you know how to make numbers dance, you can get them to dance to any tune you roll out there. So obviously Prescott is going, well, hey, I had more dropped passes than any other QB in the league by at least 8 or 12. I can't remember which side that 2 fell on of the 10. It might have been 36-24 Prescott to Brady. But I had more drop passes than any other QB in the NFL, and I came within a yard of breaking your franchise record for passing yards in a season. The flip side to that the Cowboys will counter with is, yeah, but a lot of that came when the game was already out of reach. So what do you do? what do you do? And Prescott's answer to that is, well, not my problem. You guys told me to bet on myself. I bet on myself. Here I went ahead and won it. You did just last year. You said the same thing to Tank Lawrence. Go ahead and bet on yourself. He bet on himself. He did what he did, and you paid him. So why am I not getting mine? You paid Jalen. Why am I not getting mine? You paid Zeke. Why am I not getting paid mine? Even though it shows that if your chances of winning a Super Bowl rest on either having a QB still on his rookie deal, or if he's off of his rookie deal, it is early in his next deal, his first contract after his rookie contract, where the money is all backloaded, and then your receivers and your running backs are on rookie deals. Well, Zeke's not on a rookie deal. Tank and Jalen aren't on a rookie deal. Coop is about to not be on a rookie deal. What do you do? I mean, there's only so much money to go around. And again, you're looking at Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and Will McClay, and they are probably saying, all right, well, you need to have good talent around you. And in order for us to have good talent around you, we can't pay you 36 or 38 or 40 million a year. We can't. Again, to which Prescott is likely going to say, not my problem. You guys figure it out. Now, where this goes from here, who knows? But now that the offseason is truly underway, there's no more NFL football. There is XFL football. We'll see what that's all about. It's, at least in Cowboy land, it's going to be very interesting. There are some people out there talking about how the Cowboys should deal Dak for a couple of first-round picks. There's a couple of teams out there with first-rounders this year that are looking for quarterbacks. Now, one of those is the Washington Redskins, and the Redskins are not going to deal with the Dallas Cowboys. They just aren't. I think it was Miami that was the other one that had need of a QB. And had a couple of first-round picks. And so the thought is, go ahead, deal Dak, and get Burrows or Tua. You know, package whatever you need to package in order to be able to move up to one or two. Cleveland's not going from one. They're just not. Cincinnati, pardon me. Just not going from one. So they're probably Joe Burrows, but do you want Tua? Is he really? What's that injury going to do? You know, Cowboys blue light specials. They love injured players, and Jalen Smith is a prime example. Although Jalen, you know, he needs Leighton Vander Esch out there in order to help him. And it showed when Leighton was gone. It showed, you know, Jalen. As good a story that is, he just wasn't the same player without Leighton out there. So we'll see. We'll see. The coming weeks are going to be very interesting in Cowboy land. And then, of course, you've got Jason Witten, who is all but begging Jerry Jones to sign him next year. I'm sorry, but no. Absolutely, unequivocally, no. Witten should never have come back this past season. He damn well shouldn't be here next year. You can't do it. You can't do it. It's time to let Blake Jarwin either prove that he is a starting tight end in the NFL, or you need to move on from him as well. And then what's worse is you've also got Byron Jones, who is, by all accounts, the best corner available on the free agent market. And somebody's going to pay him. Somebody's going to pay him a lot of money. And who knows how, because I think it was 22 free agents on the Cowboys this year. And last time I checked, you didn't have 22 draft picks. So you're not replacing everybody. And even if you did have 22 draft picks, you're not finding starters. You're not finding 22 starters or whatever the number, you know what I'm getting at. You're not replacing everybody that needs to be replaced. Robert Quinn is going to get paid a bunch of money. You know, now what happens? I mean, Robert Quinn, no disrespect intended, he had a hell of a year because everybody is double teaming Tank. Well, if Quinn goes away, now what the hell do the Cowboys do? Okay, so you double tank, unless you've got somebody to be worried about on the other side. Ain't nothing happening over there, which means that a defense that seemingly got worse last year from the previous year is not going to get better without a drastic improvement, either through free agency, which the Cowboys don't overpay anymore in free agency, or through the draft, which, okay, they've been pretty decent, but they haven't been stellar. TJ Watt, Taco Charlton, you know? So, again, we'll see. We'll see. Pitchers and catchers report in, I think it's 3 weeks. That's exciting. It might not even be 3 weeks. It might be 2 weeks. I'll have to double check that. But that'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Houston Astros players say at spring training, because apparently that's where the apologies are supposed to come. I don't think so, Tim. I don't think they say a word. I think it's a whole bunch of, yeah, well, we're here to play baseball in 2020. Let's not talk about the past. And again, if you look at it, Rob Manfred and the Major League Baseball have done everything they could to get people to stop talking about this. And by everything they could, I mean they aren't saying a damn thing themselves. And if I was Major League Baseball, I'd want that to go away in a hurry too. I think it was Will Clark that I saw on Twitter on the weekend who essentially laughed and said, so the Astros got caught. Well, guess what? We didn't. The entire rest of Major League Baseball did not get caught. It was just the Astros and just the Red Sox. So and I understand that. I get that. It's just that these guys took it to the next level. If you're trying to it's one thing to try to steal signs, like Tim Flannery said, I've got a camera on your third base coach for the 3 games leading up to our series. I know what you guys are going to do when you guys do it, because if I've done my job, if my scouts have done my job, I already know what your signs are. But there's a difference between relaying that information with a runner on second base and standing in the hallway 8 feet from the dugout and banging a trash can. You know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We had no warm-ups today, so we might be a little rusty. We had very little sleep last night. This old mind just it got a little going and wouldn't shut off. Hang on, got to text the wife back. So we're anticipating our first day at work today, and as such, it didn't get quiet. So hopefully you'll bear with us as we go ahead and kind of warm up while we start. Oh, I didn't see the Super. Actually, that's something else too. A lot of people not really happy with the Super Bowl ads this year. They were saying that they were maybe a little more disappointing, and they are, again, it's probably the best description I heard was that the Super Bowl ads are starting to be like the dunk contest. At some point in time, the originality just disappears. There's only so many Clydesdales playing football that you can see. So it, uh-oh, we're back to this, are we? Uh-oh. We're gonna stretch it out over here. No, I'd heard that there were still some good commercials out there, but it, I think I heard that there was, I think 46% of the people that were in this particular survey were saying that they were disappointed in the commercials. It's a lot of disappointment. It's a lot of disappointment. And who knows? Maybe that will eventually. Maybe the NFL will eventually. Hell, it's not really the NFL. It's the people, the advertising companies, and what have you. Maybe they'll be reinvigorated to come up with better stuff. For $5.5 million a spot, I guarantee you, I don't want 46% of the people going meh. Because the whole point to the Super Bowl ads is to have people hanging out going, shh, the ads are on. And if they're no longer doing that, the $5.5 million is not going to cut it. At some point in time, somebody's going to go, I'm wasting money. Why in the hell am I spending $5.5 million for a 30-second spot if nobody's watching it? I didn't even think to check to see who was. Let's do that. Let's see if there was anybody else with us. Okay. Well, let's do this. Like I said, I did not check to see if anybody had dropped. I didn't even hear him. He must have landed. Yep, there he is right there. Definitely got people over there. Ooh. Get in here real quick. Yeah, didn't really want to do that. We need a shotgun. I know that comes as a shock. We are starting to see things. Somebody has the big guns out. That is okay. Now we've got. We've got to do it. We're not as good as with the AR as we are with the yeah, let's get to where we need to be. It's unusual to be that low on shotties. God, are they still fighting over there? The bus went right over Weeping. So I can't see it having anything left. The farm. We have no ammunition whatsoever. Somebody certainly had some fun here. Did I not see? God, I thought I saw ammo there. I really thought I saw some ammo there. I don't know what that's all about. Not a clue. Where are we going? Yeesh. Oh, really? Well, I'm happy for him. Let's risk it for the biscuit, shall we? Somebody certainly took care of that. Oh, are you up top there? Yeah, you probably are, aren't you? 1, 2. Where's the other 2? There's that one. This is a problem. We had to get out of the trap. We had to get out of the trap. That's too bad. That's too bad. Well, we had our chances there. Oh well. I think we did a good job of avoiding the first trap. Or that trap period, but I think the mistake was not going up high ground. We got a little lucky with unlucky with that zone. Oops. All right, why are we hearing ourselves twice? All right, why are we hearing ourselves twice? Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. We didn't have the stream preview muted for some reason. Well, not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. No eliminations there, but we did a pretty decent job of rotating properly and staying alive till the end. We were never in a great position with our loadout. Well, isn't that just funky? We certainly seem to be generous with our builds. And by generous, I mean we're just throwing them all over the place. Well, now. Okay, that's definitely what we needed. Probably should have hit the 2 big pots instead. Okay. Wow. Right, well, that's definitely what we're going to do. This is not looking good for a shotgun. How about side grading from a AR to a shotgun? How about we do that? We do that? Wow. Wow. Because he hit us with a pistol there. He hit us with a pistol. That's shocking. Because that was... He had to have had a epic or legendary, because that was 2 headshots. I'm not even sure we actually got the snipe off. I think we did. Like, wow. It's impressive. GG's to him. And we simply didn't see him. We simply didn't see him. An inauspicious start to our week, I might add. Very inauspicious start. But again, not a lot of sleep. No practice time today. That I think that's going to be the tough thing for us as we move forward is to get used to limited practice time. We're gonna have to, and again, you know, it's not just practice; it's all the social media stuff that we have to do, the streaming time. We'll get it sorted out. And there's a couple of things that we had to do for the job, the new job yesterday that took away from us. We'll have to do, we get Wednesday off for sure. We'll have to do a little bit of work stuff on Wednesday. We'll get a little practice time tomorrow when we get home. So... So I think once we get used to the new schedule, that will be right as rain again. It's going to take a little adjusting. We have said this before, that great pump is not really a shotgun. So we're definitely hunting. Yes, see, I keep thinking every time we make that jump there, I keep thinking back to that time we died to fall damage. Here a week and a half ago. After our great elim, and all of a sudden we're just falling down the mountain, and then poosh! You know, kicks us off the side, bad things happen. Next thing you know, we're a grease spot, back in the lobby going, wait. Can you believe this? I mean... At least it's not a gray pump. But holy smokes. Oh, there's some fun to be had down there. There's some fun to be had down here. Give us something wonderful. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I keep forgetting we picked up a llama too. We really don't need to be doing too much farming here. Give to me sniper. Not a sniper. I would like... That's a sniper. I would like to get this green pump turned purple. What the hell did he do that for? He turned around from that chest? That makes no sense at all to me. And before the snipe. This could, right? Huh. Was Risky not looted? I mean, clearly somebody... Hopefully somebody dropped here. I'm gonna go hit this with 100. All right, let's go. We knew it. We did. Well, this third partier needs to get third partied. Do believe I see thought I saw a med kit around here somewhere. All right, well, we gotta go. Oh, I was kind of hoping he was moving back into that. Kind of hoping he was moving back into that. Oh, he got that down just in time. He got that down just in time. See if we can't get up there before somebody else does. Let's go third party. Well, he is going to third party. Shit. Huh. Well, that's definitely unfortunate. 'Cause, yeah. Ah. Oh, well. Oh, well. We know what we should have done there. Thwyful Cone, go out the backside. Thwyful Cone, high ground. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. I don't think he saw us until we were at the top of the hill. I think we maybe got a little anxious. I still don't know how we interact with a dog backpack like that, because I don't see anybody else wearing the dog backpack. I'm not sure I'm thrilled with Jason rolling up on us like that, being all cuddly. I'm just saying. Not judging, just saying. We did inventory at work today. Believe me, we almost went blind doing it, and the headache was real. I didn't... Where is he? I heard the shoot. Really? A great tack, huh? I don't know. I don't know that that's the right thing to do. Oh, really? Boy, I don't know. Oh, are you sure? Ah, shit. Okay. That was a little harder than it needed to be. God. All right. So be it. So be it. Hmm. I don't know what we do differently there other than hit our shots. You know? I guess we could probably drop a floor down and block. That's about all I can think of. I'd really like to know why it pauses like that coming out of the bus sometimes, and other times it comes straight out. Because I don't feel we do anything differently, you know? Dude, you do not have this. Nice try. Where did you go? He may have gone over to the tanker. We may have used up all our gold fortune on our last game. Oh, good Lord. All right, we gotta go do something here. These guys are over here fighting like it's the end of days. That's how you third-party that. That's how you third-party that. So we pretty much can hang out here. For a little bit. Do a little farming. They were getting serious up in here, weren't they? They were getting serious up in here. Little late. Well, could have been better. We can at least go do this, though. Let's look around, see if we've got a better shotgun option. No, huh? Oh, I saw you. I saw you. I saw you at the last second. That's... Oh, is he fighting up there? Fucking kid me. Well, that's too bad. I'll be honest, I'm shocked that that damn ramp didn't place. I was pressing the button. We're gonna take a quick break. Chat. We'll be right back. We're gonna roll some ads, but you're not gonna miss anything, and it does help. It does help the channel. So hang around. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to take a quick little break here while we make some coffee to try to keep us going. Um, you know, that last match wasn't terrible. It was unfortunate that we fell. Um, I guess we probably should have disengaged. Um, and just reset. Once that's one of the issues that we have, competitively speaking, is that when a mistake gets made, we compound the mistake by making a second mistake. Much the same as in our golf world, when we hit a poor tee shot, instead of accepting the result and playing not to make double, we try to hit a miracle shot, still looking for the birdie. And that there are moments where you cannot do that. And we've got a second here while coffee's being made. Bob Rotella is a sports psychologist, and in one of his books, I can't remember if it's Golf is Not a Game of Perfect, and I'm drawing a blank on the other golf book he's got out. He's got a couple. He talks about a CEO who's going back to Chicago to play in his club championship. As a CEO, he's not had much time to play, but he knows his club very well. Obviously, it's his home track, and so he is writing notes on the plane back to Chicago. And one of the things that he does is he writes down how he's going to play each hole, and then he takes it a step further. And he talks about, or he writes down what he's going to do if he misses in the trees, or if he misses in a particular spot on a particular hole. he also talks about where he's not going to hit it on a particular hole, where he would much rather miss it one way as opposed to the other. And in it, he's talking about if he hits any tee shot into the trees, he's simply going to chip out sideways and accept that he might make a bogey there. And he even goes so far as to say, I will chip out the safest way possible, even if that means chipping back towards the tee. And long story short, and again, we do have a couple of minutes while the coffee's making, this CEO that hadn't played golf in months wins his club championship. And a neat thing, and this might be a little boring for some folks because it is psychology and it is golf, and I understand that. But it's what I do, and it's probably what I do best. But he gives a hole by hole description of his first round that sets up his club championship victory. And in it, there's a couple of places where he hits his tee shot into the trees. In one instance, he does chip backwards. There's a place, and I can't remember what the par 3 is, but they've got church pew bunkers that look like shark skills. And this is a place you do not want to hit it. It is dead. You are making double or worse because it's so penal there. And he actually ends up, if I'm not mistaken, he hits that green both days, but he's playing to the back left of the green, and these church pew bunkers are in the front right or the side right. And same thing applies here. As we're ramping up, we hit our tee shot in the trees. We should have just let it be. Because whoever was on the other end of that clearly heard us struggling back up the hill. And then we compound it by not covering up behind us and to the side when we see the rocket come out. Now, granted, maybe even the best of the best aren't going to cover up on that because we were pretty close range. But, that's still the type of reactions that we need to have, competitively speaking, moving forward. And we've made a couple of mistakes again today. They haven't been stellar games. We really haven't been, we had that 4th place finish, I think it was. It's been okay. We just, as I said, we need to get ourselves squared away mentally again, get ourselves stronger, and keep doing what we're doing well and limit the mistake on the mistake. Make one mistake, that's fine. Don't make the second one. A couple of games prior, and the coffee is just about done. A couple of games prior, we let a guy take our wall, and we went at him. The moment we lose that wall, that cone gets edited into a ramp. We go out the back, Zweifel cone, turn up, take the high ground, or at least try to get the high ground, and hopefully reset there. And if he sees that and he starts coming up, okay, now we can go back down and reset. Then we can get ourselves healed up and try to get ready to go, because now he's gone up the same 3 levels that we've gone up. We've snuck back down, and now he's hunting for us as opposed to knowing exactly where we are and realizing that we're weak. We'll be right back again. Just real quick. I'll set the be right back screen. We'll get the coffee. So those are the types of mental game aspects that we're going to work on here as we move forward. Just looking here, good. last week was just really, really weird. I don't know what the heck was going on. I have seen a lot of utility work, so maybe they're working on with the city that I'm in. The university is going from D2 to D1 this September, so there might be some infrastructure work going on that was creating havoc last week. But I don't know. It really seemed weird. Last week just really seemed weird for all the hiccups and what have you. That we were. Oh, don't mind me. Well, oh, good Lord. I'm just talking over the Stinger transition. We had the first pass at our new YouTube intro. Just a couple of minor little changes. And we should be breaking that out for next week. Again, check out our YouTube channel. We have a new vid out today. It's Vic Roy montage. Be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, like the video, leave a comment. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers to get our custom URL. We've gotten a couple here over the last day or so. So we'll just keep pushing that. We will just keep pushing that. We'll get that to 100. We're almost 300 followers on Instagram. We're about 240-ish on Twitter. We are holding here at 170 on Twitch. We're gonna have to see what next season brings for Fortnite, and we've still got 17 days until the next season drops. As much as I love Fortnite, I want the stream to grow. The community wants the stream to grow. We got to sort it out. We got to figure it out. We'll get there. But we might have a come to Jesus meeting here with Fortnite and streaming here in. We're not gonna change it between now and chapter 2 or season 2. But a month into season 2, by spring break, I guess spring break, by the end of March, we're gonna have to know what's going on, and we'll make some hard decisions there. Oh, hello. Now, is that a blue SMG here? No. Nice work, Sparky. Go over here, do this. That, we're gonna go over here, do this. Really? So we don't see any of these, and then we get 2 in the same game, in the same building. Whoa, hello. Don't be afraid now. Oops. What are the chances? I really thought I saw ripples out there. Yeah, let's go this way. Really? Oh, God. Well, do this, shall we? Oops. Give me a blue SMG. Come on, baby. That is not a blue SMG. This may be a mistake, but so be it. I don't know if we got this over here, did we? No, we did not. Yeah, we got time to hit this stuff. All right. Shit, of course. Of course. All right, so we're gonna Well, we did what we needed to do there. We just didn't execute it. You know, we baited baited him out of that high ground. But we needed to box up, and we didn't. You know, so we end up eating a shotgun blast. We get him break shield, but no chance to go to our SMG. I hope he enjoys that loot. I do. Because it was prime stuff. Oh, she was good. It was good. Let's take a quick one, shall we? See if we can't win a hot drop. When did we have hot drops? Was that season 9, season 10? I think it was season 9, season 10. I'm terrible at remembering stuff like that. I really am. Of course, season 10 was almost 4 months ago. You know, so... Alright. So you got low. Yeah, alright. I think this is probably our safest move. Whoa. There are only 2 mushrooms down there? That sucks, doesn't it? Alright, what do we got here? Oh, excellent. Well, that solves the only 2 mushrooms issue. All right, let's see what we can fish out of here, shall we? Because we's got the time. Alright. What else we got down here? What else do we have down here? Don't tell me you don't have anything else down here. I will not accept that. Okay. No, I lost sight of him when we jumped in behind you. Is he in that bush? I can't tell. That looks like somebody in the bush. Where are those fish? Fuck, they're back up here, aren't they? Shit, did somebody pick those up? Oh, we got third party, didn't we? Maybe not. Oh well. What'd we learn there? Box the fuck up, dumbass. That's what we learned there. That's exactly what we learned there. Oh well. You know, we did a good job of grabbing high ground. Not being able to pick those fish up, though, probably should not have re-engaged. Because you heard him munching. You heard him munching. Because he had let us go. He had absolutely let us go. He was going in, pardon me, he was going in farming. And we didn't let that happen. We didn't let that happen. Oh, we've got a winter storm coming tomorrow. Well, Wednesday for sure. See, we came out nicely there. Yeah, we might even get some snow tomorrow. Yeah. Texas, snow. Welcome to my world. I know, terrible, isn't it? Ooh, hello. Okay, I'll bite. Why is that not considered eels? I'm looking at you, Epic. I'm looking right at you, as a matter of fact. I mean, I could be looking somewhere else. I am not. I am not, Epic. I'm looking right at you. Oh. Uh-oh. Where the hell is he then? Well, this is an issue. How? Okay. I'm at a loss. Oops. I really I didn't see anybody come down there all of a sudden tanker. We probably should have gone up one more level. We did a good job of getting over to him, but without a shotgun. But what's the point? That was a dumb push with no shotgun. Again, that's what I'm talking about. Just hit the tee shot into the trees, and we're trying the hero shot. And we just shouldn't. Just shouldn't. Of course, the other consideration is we're trying to get content. Now, that's not content. That's not content at all. As a matter of fact, that might be anti... Packers? Really? How are you and Aaron doing this year? Have you recovered from that ass kicking? All right then. I rest my... Of course, I'll shut up. You know, neither of my teams made it. I should say none of my teams made it. That's more appropriate. What are you doing? I heard you open that chute, you son of a bitch. You were waiting to see what I was doing. Freaking kidding me. Shirley, you can't be serious. I'm serious, and stop calling me Shirley. There we go with that. Whoops. Whoa. Come on then, come get some. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's my shoddy? There we go. Get down in here. That was a mess. That was definitely a mess. Now, did they loot this? It was not the cleanest box up. Not the cleanest box up. He may have come straight at us. He may have come straight over at us. Let's see what else we've got for goodies here, shall we? I think they did. I think he came straight at us. Okay. Go do this. got? Definitely have time. I'm really looking at those half pots, wondering if we shouldn't drop the sniper for it, but I think we'll hold on. I think we'll hold on. All right. Time to catch this? I think we do. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I had visions of disaster roaming around in my head there. Shit. What are the fucking chances? I mean, besides 100%. Motherfucker. I really guess we should have just turned and fought. I guess we just should have turned and fought, but fucking hell. Ah, fuck me. Disappointing. Very disappointing. Oh. We might need to start getting a little more aggressive with our stream titles, too. We Survived the Weekend does not appear to be dragging them in off the streets. So we may just end up going with something like, hey, you, yeah, you, get in here and chat us up. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the route we're going to go. Route for my American friends. I don't know. Fuck, route? I'm just here on a grant. Oh, tell me that we've got the skinny bye-bye. Oh, okay, thank you. Pretty stellar lineup here, I'd say. Pretty stellar lineup here. Because my OCD reasons. That's why. Okay, don't mind if I do. I was just thinking, you know, we finally get a fishing spot out there and we're gonna end up having to... Okay. Oh, come on. I'm fucking near tripped on that shit. Should be this tree right here. Yeah, it might be both trees. Or just this one. Well, hell. Really? You gonna dog me like that? Already down to 16 left. Jesus. You haven't seen anybody. I would take a blue SMG out of here, please. That is not a blue SMG. Oops. That's all. God. The first zone hasn't even closed yet. Like, holy hell. And we don't have to go far for that either, do we? Yep. We're going to avoid whatever the hell that was. Because that looked like a nice little perch for somebody. I don't want no part of that. Really? All right. The old eyes are dodging. The old eyes are dodging me. I really thought I saw a chest up in there. Go figure. Nine people left. I haven't seen a soul. So we're just going to sit in here. I have to take a leak. Something fierce. All right. $10. 20. Oh, boy. Six others. And we still don't know where anybody is. Yeah, not the most exciting gameplay. I get it. I understand. Right now, I mean, we're down to 6 people. And they've all got to be right here. Or they're still in sweaty. What the hell was that buzzing by us? Or am I about to get electrocuted by my headphones? Oh. If I thought we'd get away with it, I would have dipped off for a bathroom break right here. The hell is that? I mean, you guys can hear that, can't you? They are. 1. Just 4 others to figure out where they're at. He may have gone to somebody. Or not. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, chat. We're going to be right back here. We're going to roll ads just one more time. You're not going to miss anything. Don't go anywhere. Oh, hang on just a second. Had to turn the heat down. Had to turn the heat down. We have to get more comfortable taking walls with our pickaxe, but with our ping, you know, it's so freaking tough. So freaking tough. Because anybody that's got, you know, we're running 40 to 50 ping. If you're by the server, I have no chance in taking that wall. So I've got to try to step through it. But that also means that we need to be more aware of what we're actually at for our cartridge. You know, if our magazine cartridge. Attaboy. Soccer skin, huh? Wonderful. Yeah, that guy's not likely to be pushing us. I have no idea where he went. Okay, stop picking up the freaking fishing rods. No shield, huh? Wonderful. Okay. Okay, I can look at you. Did Epic start disguising bots as soccer skins? Oh, shit. Cool. Well, I got to be honest, Chad. I expected that to last a little longer than that. Trust the fucking soccer skin to come running right over after a fight. It's okay. I would have too. Let's see. Where are we at here? We're gonna end the stream. Been very, very quiet. This is one of the reasons why we are contemplating our Fortnite as our game of choice. We've been at 170 followers for 2 weeks. We still get lots of our base is growing everywhere but Twitch. And YouTube's, YouTube is a hard grind, but we're just starting to put content out on a regular basis on YouTube. So I'm not worried about that. But actual bodies in here, we've been very, very quiet the last couple of weeks. And certainly that's got a lot to do with the fact that this season is about 6 weeks too long. It's going to be 18 weeks between seasons. That's especially for the lack of content, the lack of change that these guys. And again, I understand. Nobody's ever going to be happy. Epic makes all these changes, people bitch. Epic makes no changes, people bitch. I get that. But I think when you have such a long season with virtually no change, and why they stopped posting patch notes, it's got to be the biggest FU to their fan base maybe any game company has ever thrown out there. You just sit there and you go, okay, well, what'd you change? Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's what you changed. Okay. It's almost like they think we're too stupid to figure it out for ourselves so that we won't bitch. But we're still going to bitch because we're not as stupid as they think they are, they think we are. We're going to figure it out. We're going to know what you changed. And we're going to go, what? What? So, and I get it. I mean, I wouldn't want to be associated with a game company because there's just not a chance in hell that you're ever going to be anything but 50% pissed off, 50% happy, and then 50% happy and 50% pissed off. That's just the way that's going to go. But 18 weeks, way too long. They are so far down the viewer list on Twitch when you sort by total viewership, pardon me, that they're almost on the second row on my screen. And that's saying something. And it's not saying anything good. But you know, like I said, we're invested. Unfortunately, we got through January, and January is supposed to be a huge growth month for Twitch streamers, or for streamers in general, because you've got all of this new tech out there and more people are coming. It might be to the point where now it is a survival game. Who's stubborn enough to stick around long enough to grind this out? For starters, I'm stubborn enough. But beyond that, like, holy cow. It's, we'll see what season 2 brings, what the Chaos Engine brings, what sort of difference the way, walls are destroyed just by looking at it. You know, you're going to have, I think what they're trying to do is you're going to have an opening where nobody can replace that. And I think that's going to eliminate box fighting. And you know, the meta is going to change drastically, I think, come February 20th. February 20th, that is a Thursday, is it not? Yes, it is. We will likely, by that time, still be streaming on Thursdays. I don't see that changing. But because there is going to be, I foresee we're closed Wednesdays. So I foresee Wednesdays no longer being a day off. I see Wednesdays being a streaming day moving forward. But like I said, we're still in this, we're trying to sort out schedules and what have you. We'll get it figured out. And we'll see. You know, once I know, you'll know. So be sure, go ahead, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram. We're active on all of that. Maybe even more active than we are actually here on Twitch. Obviously, we stream 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. We're active every single day on Twitter and Instagram, and 6 days out of 7 on YouTube. Every Monday at the moment, we're releasing a variety pack, a montage, or what have you. Every other day besides Thursday, we're releasing the full broadcast for people that might not be able to access our broadcasts, our VODs, while they're wherever they are. because Twitch gets blocked and YouTube really doesn't. And again, be sure to follow, turn notifications on, all that fun stuff. Chad, if you're watching the VOD now, be sure to come back to our Twitch page, StoneDog146. Give us a follow, turn notifications on, do the same for Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Love you all. We are back here tomorrow night at 6:30. Remember, we're 6:30 all week long until that schedule gets sorted out. And once we do that, I think it'll be smooth sailing from here on in. Thanks again to anybody that dropped in, whether you chatted or not. And we will see you all tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all be good. Talk to you later. Boy.